90-day fiancé. Jenny is done trying to impress her Emile, threatens to walk away as Sumit pushes her too far. Hello viewers, this is 90-day radar. All the hottest 90-day fiancé news in one place. Let's jump into the drama. 90-day fiancé star Jenny has officially hit her breaking point. She is no longer ready to jump through hoops and play the perfect daughter-in-law. The celeb's patience is wearing thin by the day, and she has finally given Sumit an ultimatum. Jenny made it clear that if the pressure does not stop, she wouldn't hesitate to walk away from her marriage. But the tale doesn't really end here. Jenny further made some shocking announcements, and she has made the record straight now. She isn't ready to dance on Sana's tune at all. Is this true? What is this all about? What did she reveal? Keep on reading to learn more about this controversy because the tea is really hot. 90-day fiancé star Sumit Singh has openly admitted that his happily ever after involves living with his parents and Jenny together. He explained that he was trying to do everything right by opening a cafe and taking all the responsibilities. The celeb also took Jenny's side and was willing to convince his mother to loosen the reins a bit. However, this doesn't mean that Sumit was ready to give up on his mother. He noted that the latter was an important part of his family, and he considered her to be the head as well. Hence, Sumit is now trying to find a way to make Sana calmer and bring the entire family together. 90-day fiancé star Sumit believes that if Sana is mad or upset with them, then it is their responsibility to fix everything. But when it comes to Jenny, she has had enough of this family drama, and she is no longer in her right mind to tolerate any of this. Jenny openly told Sumit and her sister-in-law that she was too old for all of this drama. Jenny announced that she simply can't have a boss in her life. She told the cameras, "I'm not just gonna follow mom's orders." The celeb further pointed out this wasn't what she signed up for when she walked down the aisle with Sumit Singh. However, Jenny is well aware of what her husband wants. Jenny admitted that Sumit has a fantasy of living with his parents forever. But she is now looking for a way to get herself and Sumit out of living under the same roof. Fans noticed the shift in Jenny's voice and tone. She initially used to endure everything with a smile, but her frustration was well evident in an exclusive clip by Access Hollywood. This came after Sumit tried his best to balance things between Sana and Jenny. He even took a stand for the latter and slammed his mother for trying to control everything. However, Sana was in no mood to listen, and she took the conversation with a more emotional approach than a practical one. Hence, it appears that Jenny had understood that moving out is the only option. What do you think? Do let us know in the comment section. Jenny Slatin has finally reached a point where she is no longer willing to bend, adjust, or sacrifice her emotional well-being in the name of family harmony. After years of enduring pressure, judgment, and expectations from her mother-in-law Sana, Jenny has made it clear that she is done trying to impress anyone. Her patience has worn thin, and she is now openly threatening to walk away from her marriage if the situation does not change. What was once a relationship defined by compromise and endurance has now become a battleground of boundaries, self-respect, and emotional survival. For a long time, Jenny tried to maintain peace within Sumit Singh's family by following traditions, staying silent during conflicts, and accepting criticism without protest. She believed that love required patience and that eventually her efforts would be recognized. However, time has proven otherwise. Instead of easing, the pressure has intensified. Jenny now feels trapped in a dynamic where her happiness is constantly placed second to her mother-in-law's authority. Sumit Singh has always expressed his desire to keep his family together under one roof. In his vision of a perfect future, Jenny and his parents coexist peacefully, sharing responsibilities and respecting traditional roles. He believes that family unity is essential and that abandoning his parents is not an option. According to Sumit, he has been trying to do everything possible to prove himself as a responsible son and husband. He opened a cafe, took on financial responsibilities, and attempted to mediate between Jenny and his mother. Despite these efforts, the tension within the household remains unresolved. Sumit has admitted that while he loves Jenny deeply, he also sees his mother Sana as the head of the family. Her opinions carry weight, and her emotional reactions often dictate the atmosphere of the household. This belief has placed Sumit in a difficult position, forcing him to constantly balance between pleasing his wife and respecting his mother. Jenny, however, is no longer willing to accept this imbalance. She has openly stated that she cannot live her life under someone else's control. She does not want a boss dictating her daily routine, her decisions, or her marriage. According to Jenny, this is not the life she agreed to when she married Sumit. She expected partnership, not submission. The conflict intensified when Sumit once again emphasized the importance of keeping his parents involved in every aspect of their lives. Jenny responded by expressing her exhaustion, stating that she is too old to deal with constant drama, emotional manipulation, and unending family conflicts. Her tone has shifted significantly from earlier seasons, where she often smiled through discomfort and avoided confrontation. This change did not go unnoticed by viewers. Fans observed that Jenny's voice now carries frustration instead of tolerance. Her expressions reflect emotional fatigue rather than hope. In an exclusive clip shared by Access Hollywood, Jenny appeared visibly overwhelmed as she spoke about her situation. She no longer masked her pain or pretended that everything was fine. Sumit attempted to defend Jenny during a confrontation with Sana, calling out his mother for trying to control their lives. He urged her to loosen her grip and allow him and Jenny to live independently. However, Sana reacted emotionally rather than practically. She expressed hurt, disappointment, and fear of being abandoned, which once again shifted the emotional burden back onto Sumit. Sana has consistently made it clear that she expects her son and daughter-in-law to live with her. She believes that this arrangement is essential for family honor and emotional security. From her perspective, Jenny is the one disrupting the family structure by resisting traditional expectations. Sana's emotional appeals often make it difficult for Sumit to enforce boundaries. Sumit believes that if his mother is upset, it is his responsibility to fix the situation. This belief has caused repeated cycles of conflict, apology, and unresolved tension. Jenny feels that every disagreement ends with her compromising while Sana's demands remain unchanged. Over time, this pattern has left Jenny feeling powerless and unheard. Jenny has acknowledged that Sumit has a fantasy of living with his parents forever. While she understands his emotional attachment, she does not share that vision. She wants privacy, independence, and a life where decisions are made jointly between husband and wife. Living under the same roof as Sana has made Jenny feel like an outsider in her own marriage. The idea of moving out has become increasingly appealing to Jenny. She believes that physical distance is the only solution to preserve her mental health and marriage. Without space, she fears that resentment will continue to grow, eventually leading to irreparable damage. Jenny has made it clear that if Sumit refuses to consider this option, she may choose to walk away entirely. This ultimatum marks a significant turning point in their relationship. For the first time, Jenny is prioritizing herself over peacekeeping. She has stated that love should not require constant suffering. Her willingness to leave reflects how deeply the situation has affected her. Sumit, on the other hand, appears conflicted and emotionally torn. He does not want to lose Jenny, but he also struggles with the idea of distancing himself from his parents. His attempts to keep everyone happy have only resulted in greater tension. By trying to satisfy both sides, he has unintentionally allowed conflicts to persist. The cafe, which Sumit opened as a step toward independence, was meant to symbolize his commitment to providing for his family. He hoped that financial stability would earn him respect and autonomy. However, even this achievement did not significantly change Sana's attitude. Her concerns extend beyond finances and focus more on control and emotional closeness. Jenny has pointed out that despite all their efforts, nothing seems to be enough. The rules keep changing, and the expectations never end. She feels that she is constantly being tested and judged. This ongoing scrutiny has made her feel insecure and unwelcome. The emotional toll of this situation is evident. Jenny's body language, tone, and expressions reveal someone who is exhausted and disillusioned. She no longer believes that patience alone will resolve their issues. Her decision to speak up reflects a desire to reclaim her identity and dignity. Fans have reacted strongly to this development. Many viewers sympathize with Jenny, praising her for finally setting boundaries. They believe that no one should be forced to live under constant emotional pressure, regardless of cultural expectations. Others, however, feel that Sumit is trapped between two worlds and deserves empathy as well.